Hi, Purpose Partner. Welcome to another episode of Rise to Your Purpose, a personal and spiritual development podcast for female entrepreneurs with a mission. We are your hosts, Brandie and Natalie.
We are founders of Victorious Entrepreneurs Rising, where we guide women to build profitable businesses online through diversifying your income, using kingdom principles in marketing, and operating in a spirit of rest so that you can create kingdom impact.
After this episode, be sure to join our Purpose Partner Facebook community and get your copy of our Rise to Your Purpose devotional so we can continue to serve you as we partner together in our faith and business. Let's dive into today's episode. Welcome to another episode of Rise to Your Purpose. This is Brandie Thomas speaking, one of the founders of Victorious Entrepreneurs Rising, along with my sister Natalie Lawson. And I really want to dive into the conversation around wealth, success, financial well-being, and really talk about it from a biblical perspective. There are, let's just say, a lot of wrong viewpoints or just misguided viewpoints around wealth, and especially as a Christian entrepreneur that really does want to serve God, that really does seek first the kingdom of God. I know for me personally, there has been a lot of back and forth around wealth and financial prosperity or being financially healthy. Like, is that good? Is it bad? Am I greedy? Am I going to, is my heart going to change if I make a lot of money in my business? But I want to make a lot of money in my business because I know I can serve the kingdom. But oh my gosh, will Christians think I'm just a greedy Christian and a bad business person because I have all this money? And so I want to dive into really the heart posture that we need to have as Christian entrepreneurs and really how to steward wealth and steward our businesses in a way that is biblically pleasing to the Lord. So I hope you enjoy, and feel free to DM me if you want to continue the conversation outside of this podcast at Live Victorious on Instagram, or you can always, again, find me at Brandie Thomas on Facebook. Love talking about this because I think it is such a great conversation to have for entrepreneurs, especially those who want to seek God first in their business. So enjoy. I want to talk to you tonight about building those profitable businesses, and that starts with having good wealth habits. So the first, and I'm going to go through three different steps on how to start building those good wealth habits as an entrepreneur. I don't know about you, but wealth, finances, positive money mindset was not necessarily something that we were taught in church or even taught in school. These are all habits and mindsets that I've had to shift and learn and grow as I've become closer in my faith, and as I've just developed and failed and, learned from my mistakes, or just watched other successful entrepreneurs that have a kingdom mindset when it comes to wealth, when it comes to entrepreneurship. So I want to talk to you guys about 3 ways to start building those wealth habits as an entrepreneur. This is something that's going to be very important to you, especially if you're somebody who's still working a full-time job and you want to go full-time. If you are full-time and maybe you don't necessarily have the strongest money mindset habits, we have to be good stewards of our wealth, and we have to steward every decision we make with wisdom. So the first thing, speaking of wisdom, is using wisdom to build wealth in your business. So Proverbs 3:15-18 says, "She is more precious than rubies," and she is referring to wisdom. Wisdom takes on like a female embodiment in Proverbs, and I just love that. So it says, "Wisdom, she is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with you. Long life is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are pleasant ways. All her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who embrace her. Those who lay hold of her will be blessed." So the first habit that we want to hold on to is wisdom. We need to understand wisdom in God's kingdom. And we can do that by just like reading Proverbs. The whole book of Proverbs is chock full of wisdom that Solomon is giving to his son. And this is when Solomon was in wisdom with God. He was using God's wisdom, not his own knowledge, to make decisions to build wealth for his kingdom. So when we can gain wisdom from God, and he says, if you ask for wisdom, I will give it to you in plenty. So going to God with, okay, God, how do I steward your business? How do I steward the wealth I gain from this business? That is your first step, is just when seeking wisdom that are sound and based on kingdom principles. And again, in Proverbs 3:5-6, it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. So when we come to God asking these questions, God, what is my next step? How do you want me to run the business that you've blessed me with? How do you want me to steward the finances that you've given me? He will make our paths straight. I don't know about you, but that's what I want. I want my business to be a straight path where I'm walking in alignment and partnership with God, and I'm walking in obedience with him so that my steps are perfectly straight and I'm not veering off. I'm not going off course. I am just taking the right next step in the direction he's calling me. And that involves wisdom and discernment, and we get wisdom and discernment by knowing who God is, by knowing who we are. That's why I was talking about divine identity and getting clear and claiming your divine identity and reading God's word, because the Bible is literally a guide for how to build a successful, abundant, victorious life. And our God is a good father. He does not want you to suffer. He does not want you to have a poverty mindset. That's not who he created us to be. But when we don't align with God, when we go in our own strength and our own knowledge, we do have issues and trials and tribulations, and we do come across, stumbling blocks. But God gives us literally, he literally writes it out for us in our Bible of like, here's what we should do to be good entrepreneurs. Here's what we should do to steward our wealth and finances. Here's what we should do to love our neighbor. Like, he tells us what we're supposed to do. He gives us those if-then statements. So when you are reading through Proverbs, especially, you see like, if you do this, then you will receive this, or you won't receive this if you're behaving in this way, right? So seeking wisdom is like the very first thing that you should be doing when it comes to creating wealth habits as an entrepreneur. Seeking kingdom wisdom and kingdom, if you don't have it yourself, seek kingdom counsel and learn from somebody who's been there, done that, but they are doing it in the way that's in alignment with God's teachings. The second thing is to start building on a strong foundation. So there's so many entrepreneurs, especially in the online marketing, affiliate marketing space, where people are just diving into 50 different things all at once. And don't get me wrong, I love multiple streams of income. I love diversifying your income. I'm all about that. And that's one of the ways I've built successful, profitable businesses, is by diversifying my income. But you have to start building on a strong foundation. Proverbs 31, verse 16, she considers the field and buys it. So she first is acting in wisdom. She's not just jumping into a new business opportunity. She is considering this field. Once she is like, yes, this is the right business decision for me, she buys it. Then she has profits from that first business. So it says out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. So she's making a wise business decision. She's creating profits from that first business. Then out of her earnings, she's diversifying her income, adding another stream of income, planting a vineyard. And then if you go on to read Proverbs 31, she like makes sashes, like she sews garments, she's trading, her trading is profitable. So we definitely know that she is a woman who is a multi-passionate entrepreneur. She diversifies her income, but she starts off with a strong foundation. So again, going back to wisdom as number one, we have to have that wisdom in order to build a strong foundation for our business. So build up your strong foundation and get that to a place where it's a profitable business. Then start building on that and diversifying your income, elevating your brand and income. Natalie and I talk about that all the time, and I love, like, that's why we partnered with Girl Power Alliance, because it helps you to elevate your brand and your income because you're growing professionally and personally through our Girl Power Alliance membership program. And you're able to also add in a stream of income through the ambassador side of that. So that is another way for you guys to just start thinking about how can you elevate your brand and income once you have that strong foundation. And then the third way, the third like healthy habit for entrepreneurs that we need to have is this mantra, which I got from a preacher out of Ohio whose name is totally blanking me right now. But I love him. I like take his course. I think it's like Pastor James or Jem. I'm so sorry. I'll have to like find him, find his name. But anyway, he says, give, invest, /save, live on the rest. So as we're building these businesses for the Lord, as we're bringing in finance, like bringing in profitable, building up our wealth, bringing in more money with our businesses, because you should be, if you are not creating a profitable business, then there's something out of alignment. And if you want to talk about that, and I can help you decipher and discern like where is that misalignment that you're not having a profitable business. Is it habits that you need to break? Is it like the way you're running? Do we need to like I have my green belt in Six Sigma, like, so is there something that we need to work on in your process where it's like costing you too much money or you're spending too much time? Like finding out how to narrow down and get clear on like, why is your business not being profitable? Why are you not converting sales? But anyway, we should be bringing profits into our business. We should be creating profitable businesses. So tithing on those earnings back to the Lord. This is also, we talk about creating kingdom impact. Tithing the first fruits of your labor is a great way to create that kingdom impact and it also keeps your heart in like a heart of humility and a heart of service to the Lord, because we are working everything we do is we want to work for the Lord, right? And one of the ways that we can just give back and say thank you to him is to tithe our first income. So if you're struggling with tithing from your business, it's time to do a heart check on that, because we should be viewing our businesses as God's, and we're partnering with him on getting these to be profitable and succeed, because we want to create kingdom impact with the profits, with the wealth that we are gaining from these businesses. So tithing to your church, tithing to a charity. Natalie and I, we love partnering with Unconditional, which is helping women get out of the sex trade industry. And then we also love partnering with Charity Water, which is building wells in third world countries. So we have a local charity that we love to partner with, and an international charity that we love to partner with. When we tithe from our devotional, when we tithe from our coaching programs or our other income streams. Or it could just be tithing back to your church too. So it really just depends on where God is calling you to use your money, but asking yourself, how can I create kingdom impact with the wealth that I'm bringing in? And tithing is a great way to do that. The second way with give, invest, save, live on the rest principle is invest in your personal development. Again, that's why Natalie and I have partnered with Girl Power Alliance, because it is all about growing women, helping women grow professionally and personally. And it also allows you to, again, gain income streams. So getting that wise counsel. So investing in your personal development, you're going to want to continue to do this. Natalie and I have coaches. We love the coaching industry because we have just seen breakthroughs. We've seen transformation in lives and businesses. And so making sure you're partnered with wise counsel to help you make sure that your path is staying straight and you're making those wise business decisions. And you're learning from people who have already failed, who've already been there and done that, so that you don't have to. So when you're investing in your personal development, is it partnering with a coach? Is it partnering with a membership program like Girl Power Alliance, where you can have just access to a ton of training and modules and coaches? Is it saving? Maybe you're in a season where you need to be saving, and that's how you're going to invest in yourself, invest in your growth, is just investing in your savings right now. Or maybe it's investing in paying off debt. And because we really should be free from debt, and that is a goal that we should be. So like have a percentage of your income going to pay off debt if you still have debt. and then you live on the rest. So if you want to like break this down, you could do like 10% to tithe, 10% to investment, and then the rest of your income, so that 80% is what you live on. You pay your bills, you eat, you enjoy your life, like whatever that looks like for you, you live on that. Proverbs 10:22 says, the blessings of the Lord brings wealth, and he adds no trouble to it. So our God is a good father. He wants us to create wealth. He wants us to create generational wealth and generational impact. And I believe as kingdompreneurs in the business industry, we are called to build wealthy businesses so that we can create kingdom impact, but he gives us the wisdom to do that, to operate in rest and to add no trouble to it and to make our path straight. But that, again, that all comes back to knowing who God is and knowing our divine identity and partnering with him in each step of the way. So these are 3 healthy wealth habits as an entrepreneur that you should be holding on to, gleaning wisdom from. So getting wisdom to build your wealth in your business, building on a strong foundation, then adding to it once you have that strong foundation. So do you have your brand in place? Do you have your network in place? Do you have your healthy money mindset habits in place already? And then like, as you have those foundations in place and you're starting to see profits, yes, add more streams of income, invest in your personal development and your growth. And then making sure that we are continuing to give back to the Lord and we're stewarding the gifts that he's given us. So giving our first earnings back to the Lord, having that humble servant heart, investing in our personal development and growth, investing in our savings or paying off our debt, and then making sure that we are living on the rest. So we're living within our means. These are just like 3 basic ways that you can start creating healthy wealth habits as an entrepreneur that are in alignment with kingdom principles and strategies that are going to add no trouble to your journey, and they will make your path straight. So if you guys have questions on just like gaining more wisdom, if you have questions on, okay, how do I build that strong foundation? How do I build up my brand? How do I build up my network? How do I start attracting those leads? And so that I can generate, more sales and get more conversions. If you have questions on personal development and growth, like drop Rise and we can book a discovery call and really help you get clear. And our first discovery call is free. It's complimentary. Like, we want to serve you. So drop Rise if you want to learn just what is going on in your business, and we can give you direction on what is the next best step with you, based on the wisdom and discernment that God gives us as we're talking together. So drop Rise if you have questions on that, if you want more help around that. We would love to serve you and continue leading you to create profitable businesses that are allowing you to build up the kingdom, but do it in a way that you're not adding trouble or strife or hustle to your life. So with that, ladies, I hope you have an awesome night. I love you. God bless you, and have a great day.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. We would love to hear from you. So please share your takeaways by tagging @LiveVictorious over on Instagram and leave a review.
This will help us get more visibility and reach more women like you for the kingdom. We appreciate you and are praying for you as you shine your light in the business world and rise to your purpose.